What if the horrifying games of Squid Game weren't confined to fiction? What if they were a mirror to a hidden reality? What if they reflected a chilling reality hidden in the shadows of our world? A reality that many are unaware of. The popular Netflix series, while fictional, strikes a nerve because it mirrors real-world injustices. But what are these injustices? One such chilling example is Brothers Home, a South Korean internment camp that operated under a veil of secrecy. What dark secrets did it hold? This essay delves into the unsettling parallels between Squid Game and Brothers Home, exposing the dark underbelly of societal structures and the cost of survival. Are you ready to uncover the truth? The desperation of Squid Game's contestants, trapped in a deadly game for a chance at wealth, mirrors the plight of those imprisoned within Brothers Home's walls. How far would you go to survive? Both narratives expose the vulnerability of individuals pushed to the brink by systemic exploitation and societal indifference. What does this say about our world? By examining these parallels, we gain a deeper understanding of the show's message and its relevance to the world we live in. Are you ready to see the dark reflection? Brothers Home, shrouded in secrecy, operated in Busan, South Korea, throughout the 1970s and 1980s. What dark truths lie behind its walls? What began as a seemingly benevolent orphanage in 1960 transformed into a nightmarish prison camp? But how did this transformation occur? Driven by a government initiative to clean up the streets for international events, Brothers Home became a dumping ground for society's unwanted: the homeless, the disabled, the poor, and even children. What was the government's true motive? Behind its facade of a welfare facility, Brothers Home was a place of unspeakable cruelty and human rights abuses. What horrors were hidden from the public eye? Inmates were subjected to forced labor, starvation, torture, and even murder. How did such atrocities go unnoticed? The South Korean government, eager to project an image of prosperity and order, turned a blind eye to the horrors unfolding within Brothers Home. What were they hiding, and why? Both Squid Game and Brothers Home expose the systemic exploitation of the vulnerable. But what drives these sinister forces? In Squid Game, a shadowy organization preys on individuals drowning in debt, luring them into deadly games with the promise of unimaginable wealth. What motivates these predators? Similarly, Brothers Home ensnared those marginalized by society, exploiting their desperation for survival. How do they choose their prey? The authorities in both narratives, whether the game masters of Squid Game or the South Korean government officials complicit in Brothers Home, represent a chilling disregard for human life. What secrets lie behind their cold facades? They are the architects of these brutal systems, profiting from the suffering they inflict. But who truly benefits from this cycle of exploitation? Section 4. The Abyss of Desperation. What drives a person to the edge? The contestants in Squid Game and the inmates of Brothers Home share a chilling commonality: desperation. Driven to the brink by crushing debt, societal pressures, and lack of opportunity, they are forced to make unimaginable choices. But what happens when survival is the only option? Survival becomes the only imperative, even if it means sacrificing their humanity. How far would you go to stay alive? In both narratives, individuals are stripped of their dignity and reduced to pawns in a cruel game. What does it take to break a human spirit? The conditions within Squid Game's arena and Brothers Home's compound are designed to break spirits and foster a climate of fear and distrust. Can anyone truly escape this abyss? In this environment, hope becomes a dangerous illusion. What happens when hope is the most perilous thing of all? Section 5. The Cruel Facade of Fairness. Both Squid Game and Brothers Home operate under the guise of fairness, masking their brutality behind a veneer of rules and regulations. Squid Game presents its deadly games as a meritocratic competition, where everyone supposedly has an equal chance to win. Similarly, Brothers Home was touted as a rehabilitation facility, offering a path to redemption for society's outcasts. However, this facade of fairness quickly crumbles. The games in Squid Game are rigged, designed to eliminate players strategically. The promise of rehabilitation at Brothers Home was a lie. Both narratives expose the harsh reality that for the powerless, fairness is an illusion. But what lies beneath this illusion? Let's delve deeper into the sinister truths that these facades conceal. Section 6. The Unreachable Hand of Justice. The aftermath of both Squid Game and Brothers Home reveals a chilling truth. Justice is often elusive for the vulnerable. In Squid Game, the shadowy organization behind the games operates with impunity, its true masters remaining hidden. Similarly, the perpetrators of the atrocities at Brothers' home largely escaped accountability. Survivors of both tragedies are left to grapple with the trauma and seek justice in a system that often fails to protect them. The elusive nature of justice underscores the systemic inequalities that permeate both narratives. It is a stark reminder that power often shields the guilty, leaving the innocent to bear the scars. But what if the hand of justice could finally reach them? What secrets lie in the shadows waiting to be uncovered?